let's talk about The Disappearance, which is a new French drama that started on Saturday night. Aired the first 2 episodes. This is set in Lyon, in France. Actually based on a Spanish series, fact fans.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yes. The disappearance of
Spoiler.
a girl called Léa Morel, who's missing on the eve of her 17th birthday, where she goes to a local music festival with her best friend / cousin and her boyfriend that her parents know nothing about. And basically, she doesn't come home. She's just stopping out. She's with a friend, blah, blah, blah. But eventually they realise, she's gone missing. You get these secrets that start to spill out. Some of the secrets are sort of standard, like, she was doing drugs, or she had a boyfriend. But then there's the bizarre secret that she was a really good motor racing driver.
Yeah, I thought that was just standard. I thought,
Is that our way of segueing into Top Gear later?
It might well be. But she's actually the Stig. That's the...
there you are.
Or Lustig.
But there was this whole thing about motor racing gloves and who did the gloves belong to, and it's, no, she didn't want to tell you because your brother was in a car accident.
If it does not fit, you must quit.
What I liked about this was the family aspect of this, where, again, it's a bit like people in the sort of literature, in the hype up to it, was comparing it to Broadchurch. No. And I think in terms of like the family's reaction to the disappearance, it does have some of that. But and the mother, who's played by the woman who was in The Returns, I don't know the actress's name. The character's Florence.
French lady.
She is the best thing in this for me. Where it falls down and where Broadchurch and The Killing and all of those others thrived was in the character, the police detective, Melina. Who's this new sort of rogue guy in town. He's come back to spend time with his own teenage daughter. They try and do some correlation between the two. He's got a teenage daughter who is like the worst person in the world ever. She's like horrible.
The kids from Trapped, but...
Yeah, but worse. Basically what happens in episode 2 is that his ex basically brings in a suitcase saying, she's living with you now. And then when the first scene of those two together, he's like, should we have pizza tonight? No, I want sushi. And I'm just like, you're the worst person in the world.
As you say, those two kids in Trapped were so badly behaved and bullied.
Yeah, you almost wanted Andre to be rid of them. I don't know why he didn't want them to leave.
Your mother wants to take it. Yeah, go on, and off you go.
Go on, you're horrible, go. But I feel like if we'd made this with this script, and we'd just be saying how cliched it was if it was...
I think Melina, the police detective, going back to him, he's an older actor, but he looks like he stepped off the pages of a fashion magazine, as do most of the... Certainly his female deputy, who is just hanging around in a really loose-fitting T-shirt. And she's very slender, even though her sort of character flaw is that she can't stop eating. She's eating in every scene.
Sorry, what channel is this on again?
And there's a scene, and then there's a scene with like the debriefing where they're all they're not sitting down like they used to in like The Bill, when they all got debriefed. They're sort of hanging around, standing up by tables like they're like a flipping youth club or something like that. Someone, I think it was Alison Graham, reviewed it in the Radio Times, said if this was a British show, it would be wrapped up in episode 1 through the use of CCTV, but something they don't seem to have in Leon. Basically, there's nothing in this that we haven't seen before. It's not and done better elsewhere.
That's the biggest problem.
And I think now BBC4 are trying to get away with showing any old tat as long as it's got subtitles. And I think now, you got Channel 4 and More 4 doing their Walter Presents as well, that we are getting sort of overloaded by this European drama now.
But you think that if we've got it must be good.
That first 20 minutes of The Disappearance is really good, where you get the anguish, you get the waiting, you get all that stuff. I say the bits with the family are the best, but then at the end of the second episode, the dad goes off the deep end and starts beating up pimps.
As you do.
That's not part of the plot, that's just what happens in front.